Hey everyone, welcome to Pretty Much Done. I am really excited about today's guest.
Hey, Slays.
Hey, they are a content creator. You may
True.
know them as your lesbian parent on TikTok. Gender, non-binary comedian.
Slay.
And I am so excited. An astrology reader.
Yeah, I'm an expert. I have a PhD.
I am ready to get into it. Hina, welcome to the pod.
Thank you so much for having me.
I'm so excited.
I'm super excited. From beginning to end, like in the very beginning, it was a fairy tale. You know what I mean? It was like, the flowers and the excessive love and affection. And then like kind of out of nowhere, it kind of just switched.
Mhm.
But I couldn't see it because this was also my first experience with love. And I feel like a lot of people don't. Like people are like, the smartest people, the most beautiful people end up in like these really sick environments. You don't even know how you got there.
Mhm.
It's because it happens like this. They lure you in and you don't even know what's happening. This one incident in this relationship. So I was in an open relationship with this person.
Okay.
Kind of against my will.
Did it happen that way in the beginning? Was that the understanding?
No, it was a closed relationship. And then we kind of like, it was kind of spinned on me where I was like, oh man, it's really unfortunate that we met when we're so young because we haven't really gotten to explore other people. And then it was kind of pitched to me in that way. So I was like, oh, I guess that's valid. Yeah, that kind of is unfortunate because they had told me in the past that they wanted to like spend their life with me and they like wanted to have kids with me and things like that. So like in my head, I was like, oh yeah, that kind of does, because this is an end all be all. Like we're going to be together. So yeah, that's unfortunate, I guess. And then so I got spun around to be like, okay, well, what if we just did this like open relationship thing? In the beginning, I would like cry like crazy every time we talked about it because I was like, definitely still unpacking and like unlearning like jealousy and also like validating when jealousy is like normal to feel. But I was made to feel like these very human normal emotions were like me being very closed-minded, me being very possessive, when in fact it was just like I don't think most people, if you hadn't considered an open relationship before, I don't think that would be something that you would just be like, oh yeah, for sure, let's just get into it.
Yeah,
You know what
and
I
I
mean?
can
'Cause
turn off those emotions.
right. And it does take a lot of like preparation, a lot of like understanding of the self as well as like a lot of self-awareness in order to be in an open relationship. And I feel like theoretically, like in concept, an open relationship is like fun and juicy and you get to just do whatever you want. But it's actually like a lot of trust,
Yeah.
a lot of respect,
Yeah.
all of these things that need to be prerequisites to have that kind of relationship. And in this relationship, I did not. And so the open relationship was kind of like pressed on me as like a, well, this is good for you too, because, when we do get married, then you do know that like, we did everything and we knew that we're still the best for each other, whatever.
So was the idea to be monogamous once you get married? Was that like the spin?
Sort of, yeah. So
Yeah.
then at one point, so like I had a really hard time like unpacking that for a while, but then it became like an ultimatum, like, okay, well, because I was really like, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. I'm not ready to do that. And then it became like, okay, well, if you can't do this for me, then we can't be together at all. So then I was like, okay, well, I guess I'm just going to swallow it and just go with the flow on this one. So I did that.
Because you weren't
And-
ready to leave. You were
No,
too
no.
attached.
I was super attached to this person. And again, this is like the first time I was ever in love. This is my first time ever really experiencing like the depth of that feeling. And so after some time, it was like probably my junior year of college maybe, and it was like finals or like midterms or something like that. And my partner had just visited me, but they went back to where they came from. And I had asked them like before they left, like, hey, can we close the relationship for a little bit? Because I have a lot of school stuff going on, super stressed out. This is just something I don't want to stress out about. And they were like, yeah, for sure. So then we spend like months later, we spend like a whole month together, just like traveling and things like that. And then at the airport, as I'm about to leave and go back to America, they were like, I need to tell you something. In my head, I'm like, they're going to propose. Of
The
course,
airport?
this is what's going to happen. And no, they were like, yeah, so I cheated on you. And the reason I'm telling you this is actually because I contracted chlamydia from this person. And now you have it probably. And I was like, okay, sick. Do you know how hard it is to get chlamydia as a lesbian? I mean, people get it, but it's hard.